we're nearing the end of our time. I want to step back. So, you and Ginny, I gather, go during the summers, and you head off on a bus and you travel the country.
2 days I spent on my bus.
Oh, it's a shame. You got to work it better this summer. But tell us a little bit about that experience. Some of the great experiences you've had. Why you do that, and how does that help revive you?
This, first of all, is a wonderful country, and we fly over most of it. We fly from destination to destination. I had never been to East Tennessee. I grew up in Georgia, and the thing about segregation, and we have it going on with things like political correctness and all sorts of things in our society now, it created fear, that you couldn't talk to each other. You couldn't go anyplace. So the fear in Georgia was I couldn't go to small towns. Like I do that with my mother now. And I wanted to see small towns, to see our country. And now that I can do that without fear, we thought that we would do it. My poor wife she let me do it. And she came along, and we both love it now. And we've got the same bus we've had for 17 years. And this is East Tennessee. Have you ever been to Katie's Cove, for example? Or have you ever been to Sevierville and Dolly's, what was it, Dolly World? Dolly World, yeah. What did we go see with the horses? Yeah, it was, but anyway, we've been to a lot of different things. Then we've been out to the west. We like the mountains. We get down to Florida. But most of all, you see the citizens of this country. It is an RV park is very, very democratic with a small d. It is some of everybody there. The people are camping out of the back of a motorcycle, which is really interesting to see. The people, the first time we went, we have a 40-foot coach, and we were next to this little teardrop thing that was about the size of this thing and this table, and we said, this is really embarrassing. And but it's just, there's everybody there. The truck stop, Flying J, pilot that run into people. So it was right after Bush v. Gore. You asked me, I love this stuff. I love the bus, I love the diesel stuff, I love the people, the truckers, everybody. I love it all. So I give you just 2 stories. So Bush v. Gore, which was, whether you know it or not, was a bit controversial, right?
So I'm told.
Oh boy, you were talking about feeling the heat around here. So I had to take my bus down to Florida the week after Bush v. Gore. So I certainly took security with me that time. And so I stopped in Brunswick, Georgia. I shot south of Brunswick, Georgia to refuel at the Flying J. And so I'm like, it's not like a car, Right. It's a real professional thing when you do a bus. You got to put your fueling gloves on and look around like you know what the heck you're doing. And so all these 18-wheelers are around, and I'm like, pretending. And this trucker comes up to me and he says, I'm standing at it, he says, anybody ever tell you look like Clarence Thomas? And so I said to him, yeah. And he said, I bet it happens all the time, doesn't it? And then he went on about his business. So then we were recently on the road. So all these things happen to you on the road. Oh, God, it's great. Even the breakdowns are great. So we were in Pennsylvania, and the bus, this is a bad thing. You're going up these mountains, endless mountain, that was it. Well, the bus speed was ending. So you get up to the top, the bus was dying. So finally, we pulled into a truck stop, into a Flying J in Pennsylvania after we got out of New York. And we look around, there's these 2 guys, on this little mobile van repairing with a half a set of teeth between them. And but they knew how to fix diesel motors, and we were back on the road. That's the kind of thing. And these guys were great. They were great to talk to. I mean, you had to try to figure out some things. But it was absolutely wonderful. Everything about it, I love it. This is a great country. We've done about 40 states and met a lot of people, been a lot of places. And it's it's freedom for me.
And I assume most of the people don't know who you are. So
Most people don't care.
well, that's
I mean, I
very
think,
refreshing, I would think, for
yeah,
you.
for me it is.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just, and it also tells you that it shows you the constituency for the Constitution. It shows you it's not the city, it's not the people who are doing all the talking and all the prevaricating. It's just a person camping out of the back of his motorcycle who wants to be left alone,
Right.
who wants to enjoy his country, wants to raise his family or her family, and they're just friendly. If you go to an RV park, people wave, they come by. Sometimes they're too friendly. You just want to sit there, and they want to come and chit-chat. And they don't know you from a hill of beans, but they're just friendly. So I think that it has shown me a part of the country that you wouldn't normally see. I would not have seen in Georgia, and I would not see from Washington, D.C., which are two very different perches, but both in their own way, limited perches.
Great.